So I guess as a final question, how many of the protests that we see are organic and how many are set up, if you
There's
will?
no such thing as an organic protest. It doesn't exist. And that's not a bad thing. Because the reality is that my definition of organic is, do people have some incentive to do it, right? So, like, let me just like work you through what someone might think of as an organic protest that isn't, right? Let's just say you have couple moms get together at the school, right? They say, well, the textbooks, they're too old, right? That we need new textbooks in the school. Well, they go and they organize, they get 10 other moms, and they hold signs at the school board meetings. They say we need better textbooks, right? And they write, they call, they have meetings, right? Well, you would think, oh, that's very organic. They didn't get compensation. There wasn't some big group from a whatever supporting him. But at the end of the day, these women, I guarantee you, they weren't maids, janitors, housekeepers being able to do that. These were women who had flexible jobs, or men or husbands who work, or they had funding to be able to do this and to take all of this time and energy and some money to be able to spend all these resources, and that is not available to ordinary people in our country. So at the end of the day, that isn't even organic. I mean, it's organic. It's, yeah, they have genuine beliefs. Now, in one sense, it's all, none of it is organic. In the other sense, it's most of it's organic. I think where you see where I think it is organic is most people out there protesting believe in the cause. They just have other reasons for doing it, right? Like, people want to flex on Instagram, labor unions incentivize them. Obviously, companies like ours, compensate people. Some people go to protest to get laid. Like, think about Woodstock. I mean, the hippies were there to smoke weed and get laid. I mean, Vietnam was sort of protesting Vietnam, all that. That's kind of secondary, but they were there to smoke weed and get laid, right? So people have different incentives for being somewhere, and that's okay. So, but I think that there's this false dichotomy between astroturf, organic, and the reality is every movement from gay rights, civil rights, whatever, has been funded. There's backed by interests, but that's okay. Do they agree or do they disagree? Because, as I said earlier, the purpose of a protest is a catalyst and an awareness mechanism. It's not an indication of where people are. So if you see like thousands of people protesting, that doesn't mean that the rest of the country agrees with them. That just means that's what they were there to do, right? It's, pay attention. If you don't agree with them, you don't have to worry.
Focus on the message,
Focus on the
not on the
message,
people.
right? What
Yeah.
protest accomplishes is it gets the message in front of a lot of people. It then needs to grow from there.